How's it going, guys? My name is Thomas. Today I'm going to be walking you through step by step what a cryotherapy treatment at ICEHOUSE Cryotherapy actually entails. Hopefully we'll be answering all of your questions and what to expect while we're going through this as well. If you do have any questions, be sure to check out the contact us link in the description. Other than that though, hope you enjoy this video. Alright, so first things first, when you arrive, of course, we're going to say hello to you, we're going to greet you, it's going to be warm, but we're also going to ask you your shoe size. So if you're size 10, 11, whatever it is, we've got to get you some special shoes to wear. So we're going to need to know your shoe size before we actually go into the chamber room, so that's going to be number one. Alright, so after we've got your shoes, we're actually going to be going into the cryotherapy room itself, so I'm just going to grab this and take you with me here. At this point, we're going to be going into like the changing itself. So right here in this room, let's break it down. Okay, so just like we mentioned, we've got the shoes right here. The shoes, the socks, the gloves right here, you'll absolutely have to wear those three to protect your extremities. When you're in the chamber, basically, it's gonna be, extremely cold, and all the blood is gonna be pulled from extremities to your internal organs in order to protect them. So it's very important that we have protective garments on our fingers and toes, which is why we have to have the shoes, the socks, and the gloves. The washcloth here in the back you see is just to wipe off any kind of sweat you have in case you're coming from a workout or maybe you're just really anxious and it's causing you to sweat a lot, right? The next thing is going to be the robe right here. The robe you're going to wear until you actually get into the chamber. Once you're in the chamber, you'll take it off, you'll hand it to myself, whoever is here over the top, and then we'll hand it to you over the top back. So at no point are you, seen. It's completely private the whole time. We completely understand, we respect those things. Next is going to be the hat right here. As you probably know, the majority of your body heat leaves through your head, so you're going to want to wear a hat to stay a little bit warmer. It's optional, of course, you don't have to wear the hat, as is the robe, that's optional. I have a lot of people who come in who don't really mind, but the option's there. After I've gone through everything with you there, with the clothes and the essential garments, we'll talk a little about the cryo sauna. I can answer any questions you have there if you want to go into a Q&A type thing. Normally I break it down with a couple facts. As a lot of you guys watching probably know, our machine gets to negative 302 degrees below zero. To put that in perspective, the coldest ever recorded on Earth was around 120. And we're talking Fahrenheit right now, not Celsius, by the way. And basically the coldest temperature in our solar system, as far as planets go, is Neptune. And that gets a little over 300 degrees. So this is comparable to that. So it's kind of otherworldly. I know it sounds terrible, but it's really not. The difference here with this guy versus normal cold water or like ice itself is that because those are liquids or solids, they actually pull the warmth from your skin much more quickly than a dry nitrogen gas might. And that's not to say it's not going to freeze the outside of your skin. Between 1/8 and 1/5 of a millimeter will actually be frozen over the top, meaning your body temperature on the outside is going to be anywhere from 32 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And we actually even have a little laser gun we use to shoot your leg when you get out so you can see what temperature you are, right? Anyway, what I'll be doing from here is after kind of talking about this a little bit, I'll come over to this guy right here. I'll turn this on so we can start getting the chamber cooling, and I'll kind of work the board here and start cooling it down to its required temperature while you change, and then from there I'll leave the room and give you privacy until I hear the machine itself beep. It's going to make a noise, and when I hear that noise I'll come back in, or whoever it is that's here will come back in, and they'll kind of go through the next step, which is what we're going to go to right now. Alright guys, so here it is. It's the moment of truth. It's when you get into the cryo chamber itself. I know you're scared, I know it's gonna be cold, but trust me, you got this, right? So basically you're gonna step in. I'm gonna bring you around right here so you can see. Here at the bottom, you'll notice that there's a lot of space from top to bottom here, right? Basically there's an elevator so that when you step in here, we'll actually raise you up so that your head is above the chamber here. So at no point will you actually be breathing in any kind of nitrogen. Your head's gonna be right over here, over the top, right? So you're not gonna have to worry. So I recognize you guys can't really see, but yeah. The other thing is we have the XL version. So it's a little bit bigger, it's a little more spacious. So if you're a giant football player, which we get around here a lot, I had a gentleman the other day who's from UW, Washington, plays for Washington, came in, huge guy. Honestly, he's a defensive lineman. So if he can fit in there, you can fit in there, don't worry. Basically you're gonna be in here for 3 minutes. While you're in here, every 30 seconds, I'm gonna ask you to turn and face a different way in 45-degree angles. Basically, imagine you're in this chamber and then you turn, then you turn, and then you turn. And you face a different wall in the four corners of the room, right? The reason I'm gonna have you do that is because the nitrogen comes from this side right here. So this base, this big old base, the part where you're not standing in, that's where the nitrogen's kept. And it's filtered through here into the chamber itself. So that means that there's a little bit of wind chill on this side. So it's a little bit colder. We want this freeze to be as even as possible. So that's why we're gonna have you turn. We want you to turn so it hits every side with that cool blast, that wind chill every time, right? Once the 3 minutes are up, I'll hand you your robe back, just like I said before. I'll wait until you say that you're ready, and then I'll open it, right? So here we are again, it's open. Now, you're gonna be up a little bit. There's gonna be a bit of a step. It will lower you down, but there's still gonna be a bit of a step no matter what, and so you'll wanna be careful stepping out, just in case your legs are really stiff from that cold, cold air, right? So the next thing after that, once you've all done with your 3 minutes, I'm actually gonna turn the camera around here. And on the other side of me, right here, is a bike. I believe it's called a, actually I'm not even gonna try and figure out the name of this, but it says Diamondback, so a Diamondback bike, right? Basically, we're gonna have you sit on this guy for 1 to 3 minutes, probably 2 minutes, like right there in between. The reason for that after that is to get your blood flowing again. While you're in the chamber, like I mentioned, all the blood is gonna be pulled from your extremities to your core, right? That's how it helps inflammation, and that's how it helps with pain as well, because when something is inflamed, chemicals and hormones are also released that cause that area to be more sensitive to touch, you know what I mean? Because it's injured, your body doesn't want it to be more injured, so it basically is a deterrent. This helps reduce the pain and reduce the swelling, and that's important that we reduce the swelling. It's important because when something becomes inflamed like that and swells up really big, whatever it might be, there is a risk of the veins and other things in that swollen area actually bursting from the excess chemicals and hormones and so forth that are in there. The other thing is that while you're in this chamber, your body believes that you're essentially, you know, you're not in an inhospitable environment. You could die, is what your body thinks, right? I know it's not the nicest sounding way of putting it, but because of this, your body releases key hormones like testosterone, insulin, and human growth hormone, basically getting ready for the damage that it perceives is happening, either to your internal organs or extremities. So the advantage of the bike here is that when you get out, rather than those hormones just kind of sitting in your core where all the blood is, like the majority of it, you flush it out. So areas that actually need it, like say you're a big tennis player, right? You start getting tennis elbow, or you're a runner, so you start having knee issues, right? You want to get your blood flowing so you can go to these places and actually help them, if you know what I mean. So after that, after you've done the bike, you've done the chamber, you're gonna go back into the changing room right here, and you're gonna change back in your normal garments. I will have left by this point. As soon as you get on the bike, which you'll jump on the bike just as soon as you're out of the chamber. While you're on the bike, I might talk to you for a few minutes or whoever else is here. But after that, we're going to leave the room, which is just over here on our right-hand side, right? We're gonna leave, and we're gonna give you the privacy that you need to change. And after that, whenever you're ready, you'll come back out, and basically from there, we'll give you a free water, as we always do. Let me actually bring the camera with me. In case you didn't know, we've got a full gym back here, and on the other side over here, we've got entire tennis courts. It's crazy. I love this place. But anyway, after that, every time complimentary water, as long as we have them. They're complimentary, so we can't always expect us to have them. And we'll go through the cryotherapy, the process of payment itself as well. So that pretty much concludes it, guys. There's really nothing too crazy about it. 3 minutes at 300 degrees sounds brutal, but really, guys, it's not that bad at all. If we didn't answer your questions in this video, just like I think I said at the beginning of the video, check out the description. We've got links to important articles, our website, frequently asked questions, etc. So if you need something answered, you can definitely find it on our website. We're the #1 cryotherapy resource on the web. So anyway, until next time, guys, take care. Peace out.